say when.
Sorry, just playing around with my new lighter. Cool thing about this thing is that it will light both ways. But speaking of lighting something both ways, if you ask 10 different people how to light a cigar, you'll likely get 10 different answers. If you ask them how to cut a cigar, it'll be about the same thing. But I'm here to show you a forbidden method that they're not telling you. Full disclosure, this is not something you ever want to do, but in honor of the cigar, it is done as a last resort. I call it the Harakiri cut. You guys know how much I love the Japanese culture, and in the way of the ancient samurai, Harakiri was known as an honorable way to die, where the warrior would take their blade and, do that whole thing, and to relieve their pain, someone behind them would cut the cap, if you know what I'm saying. So, how does that work here? What would you do in this situation? You cut your cigar and the cap cracks in such a way it's almost unsmokable. Some may try to tough it out and be left with an unraveling wrapper leaf in their mouth. Caps off to you if you do, no pun intended. While others may sadly just throw the whole thing away. But simply flipping the stick and lighting the cap could save you an Alexander Hamilton or two. Now, you could argue that this would ruin the smoking experience because this method goes against what the blender intended for their cigar. And yes, while this could alter the blend for Vitolas like a Salomon, I would argue that there's not really a noticeable difference with your average cigar. And in my experience, it is far better than the alternative. Furthermore, out of respect for the cigar and the 300 hands that touched it, I believe it is worth the honorable death as a last declaration of intention, especially if you're just gonna chuck the thing anyway. So, if you bit off more than you could chew or had a come to Jesus moment with your cutter, let me know in the comments down below how you would solve this problem. Do you just cut off the cap entirely? Do you perform the cut by actual definition and split it down the middle? However you do it, the most important thing is that you enjoy the smoke despite its obstacles, because that to me is truly honoring the life of the cigar. Hopefully I won't get canceled for this.